Around the Ozarks tonight, the city of Hollister will be keeping a close eye on the creek that runs through downtown. Flooding in Turkey Creek has caused damage to buildings and homes in the past. But as our Grant Sloan learned, the city is taking another step toward minimizing the risk.
Well, that's right, Jennifer. Just recently, the Army Corps of Engineers granted the city of Hollister a permit to dredge the lower portion of Turkey Creek. And while the city says floods are hard to prepare for, it says just a little bit of work could make a significant difference.
We had about 2 inches of water in the lower portion of the building.
Branson Hobby Center owner Mike Winnig has seen his share of flooding in Hollister, including the most recent flood in 2013 that damaged multiple businesses and homes along the creek.
We were operational in 2 days, but downstairs was closed for at least 2 to 3 months.
Since the flood, the city has taken steps to remedy the problem, including purchasing properties and helping relocate homes in the floodplains.
The Corps of Engineer permit to maintain the creek just happens to be something that is another step in that long process.
Rick Ziegenfuss says the underlying issue is debris and rock that has accumulated over time. While the city has been able to dredge the upper portion, it wasn't until now, 2 years after the last flood, that they received permission to dredge the lower portion down to the Business 65 bridge. It's gravel banks like this one that the city of Hollister hopes to get rid of, but there's certain restrictions. They can't go above the high water mark, and when they're dredging, they can't go within 10 feet of the water.
We've had businesses that have had maybe 6 inches of water on the floor or have had a foot of water. And if we could remove material out of the waterway to allow just that much of a lowering of the creek, then I think we would have accomplished something.
While it may help relieve some issues when Turkey Creek floods from the south, Winnig says it may not solve the problem of the creek rising along with Lake Taneycomo.
There is no overall answer to the problem, as I see it anyway, but it will help, and hopefully, we won't have this problem again.
Now, Ziegenfuss says the creek will be dredged just as soon as the water level drops for an extended period of time. Now, as for this week, he says the city will make sure that its wastewater treatment plant is ready for high waters. He also says the police will be monitoring the water level, and he says if needed, flash flood alerts will be sent out to residents. Grant Sloan, Color 10 News, Ozarks First.
Springfield.